You need a box?
Welcome, guys. Welcome to From His Perspective podcast. I'm your host, Pernell Gates, and my brother, Lorenzo Reynolds. How we doing today, my brother?
Hello, guys. Welcome to His Perspective Podcast. I'm the host, Lorenzo Reynolds, and that's Pernell Gates.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, if I ain't like the way you did it, so I just redid it.
Okay. As usual, my brother. What's going on? How we doing
Man,
today?
having a blessed day, brother.
Man, I
Gotta
want to tell you, man, congratulations, my brother. Congratulations on your graduate, man. You getting it. I'm proud of you. And we do nothing but continue to move forward. So let's get it.
absolutely, man. It's exciting, man, to put in time and dedication and receive a reward for it. So it's
Okay.
been a 3-year sacrifice to earn
Yeah.
a bachelor's degree, man. So it's special. It's special, man. And so call me Mr. Two Times because we got 2 degrees up here, man. But it's
Let's
the
get it.
first of many, you know what I'm saying,
Let's get it.
opportunities to just move forward.
I remember we used to call you Tutu back in the day. So
Nah,
yeah.
we ain't doing
Tutu. Let's get it. Well, my brother, we got a interesting topic today, man. We have an interesting topic today. You want to introduce this topic to the people today, my brother?
So today we're gonna be talking about the bags we carry.
Uh-huh.
Bags we carry. The bags we carry is really our experiences, our expectations, our perspective of life, things that we've been through. Like we carry these bags both knowingly and unknowingly.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if it's knowingly or unknowingly. The truth is we carry them. So
Yeah.
I want to have a conversation today about the bags we carry and just to get a deeper understanding on what we're carrying so that we understand us better and we understand other people as well. So
Okay.
man, it's gonna be a great topic, great time.
Man, I think so, man. When you brought this topic to the table, man, I thought it was a brilliant topic. I, I really did. I was just like, wow, this is interesting because um, when do we really think about this? A lot of times we're just doing and not necessarily looking at what we're doing all the time. And I think sometimes that can be a problem or an issue. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It definitely can be a problem or issue. So, yeah, let's get it. What you got, my brother?
First question off the bat.
Hmm.
When you hear the topic, the bags you carry or the bags people carry,
Yeah,
what's some of the first thing that comes to your mind?
bro. When I when I heard that, the first thing came to my mind was me personally. Um, we carry a lot of old baggage or old situations sometimes, and I think we really kind of have to educate ourselves and say, is this necessary,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, and I think a lot of times, if we're wise, we ask ourselves that question because some things we need to let go.
Yeah.
And,
I
and
agree with that, man. When I think about the things that we carry, most of the time it goes back to our childhood. You can't help what happened in your childhood. You can't change even the environment that you grew
Mhm.
up. The environment you grew up in is going to bring forth good things, and it's going to harvest challenging things as well.
Sure.
And we carry these bags for better and for worse. But
Mhm.
it come a point in time where you absolutely have to make that assessment and say, in order for me to get to the next level of my life, I got to let this old bag go in order
Mhm.
to get a new bag. And so it's a lot that goes into that, brother.
Well, I think because you still a baby, you think back to your childhood and say a lot of things is from your childhood. Um, you know, but I think us as adults, we look at other things and situations as far as relationships and different things like that that we carry. And I know it's a big age difference, the baby, and so you know, we're gonna. I think we're gonna look at things. I think everybody's gonna look at things differently.
Right.
Um,
So the reason why I said childhood is because that's usually the foundation of things and how they got started. So it's kind of like with boxing and with building a house.
mhm,
Most things are going to go back to the foundation.
mhm,
And then you absolutely have your, adulthood and relationships and all those things. And if you've been on the earth, for as long as you have, and you as old as a dinosaur, and some of your memory will go back, a little more present. But most of the time, brother, certain thought processes and even your ideology and it go back to your foundation and the foundation of your childhood. So, that's why I said that. And
mhm.
it's always evidence backed up upon what I said. I don't just talk out the side of my neck like you do. But
Okay, baby. uh, bro, I think everybody's situation is going to be different though. When we are talking about this or jumping into this, I really do. Um, the bags we carry, that is so heavy to me, um, and so deep because in, we don't realize we're carrying bags in so many different areas.
absolutely.
In so many different areas. I would agree with you when you said from your childhood, absolutely, but from your childhood, from past relationships, from different jobs you carry, just different people you encountered. I think a lot of the bags that we carry are based on the trauma that we went through.
I
You
would
know,
agree. I
yeah,
would agree.
I think a lot of it is the trauma that we went
Yeah.
through.
I think a lot of times, because this conversation could be so broad. So I want to
Mhm.
kind of, put some pillars on it.
Sure.
I look at a person's attitude. I think a lot of times a person's attitude can be based on, their trauma, like you said.
Hmm.
And so it comes a point in time where are you going to continue to let your attitude, your current attitude, be shaped by your past? It
Hmm.
comes a point in time where you got to make a decision to say, my past can no longer dictate my present. My
Mm.
present is going to decide what kind of future that I have. And so when you just look at a person's attitude, what kind of bags do you think determines a person's attitude?
Bro, you said what kind of
Yeah,
bags?
what kind of bags? What
Um,
bags are they carrying that determine their presence attitude?
bro, um, that I'm gonna say for me that's a difficult question because you're saying what kind of bags. I think there's so many different kind of bags that um people can carry and why people are carrying these bags. Um, I guess relationship. I think that's probably going to be one of the first and foremost bags I think we carry. Um, I think
So,
most
like
people,
from their past experiences.
yeah, I
So,
think,
in your opinion, how could carrying those experiences from past relationships, how could that affect your current relationship, or even affect you having a relationship? In your opinion?
um, bro, I, when we say we're carrying bags, um, we're carrying we're carrying things that I'm gonna be honest with you. I think sometimes a lot of times we're carrying things that we don't even need to carry,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm so happy that I got my phone today so I can see some of the comments. So I'm gonna just talk to the people. So somebody with some sense said, people are carrying a bag of frustration. I agree 100%. A lot of people
Um,
are carrying a bag of frustration, and
okay,
it's triggering them to have a negative attitude, a
okay.
bag of disappointment. These are different bags that we carry: frustration, disappointment. And if
Mhm.
you take this into a new job or a new relationship, you're not going to be successful.
Okay.
And so you have to learn how to balance out frustration. You have to learn how to balance out disappointment. You have to learn how to balance out even the negative situations that you
Mhm.
went through in order to turn them into something positive, or that's all you're gonna have for the rest of your life is you going
Right.
to attract more negativity because that's what you expect. And so earlier when we brought on the title about your expectations,
Mhm.
you could really be sending those vibrations out into the universe because that's what you expect to get. And so
Mhm.
until you change your expectations, it's tricky because your expectations have to change before your experiences change, or your
Mhm.
experience is going to remain the same. And that's what faith is.
Rance, yeah, I'm going to disagree with that a
Yeah,
little bit,
yeah,
and
I kind of figured that. Now tell me why.
well, because we can have expectation, but I don't think that's what we start with in order to change a situation. I think we change a situation um, based on how we feel or what we want. You know, expectations are just what they are. They're expectations. I can expect something, you know what I mean? But I don't want to carry around a bunch of hopes and wishes or this and this. I think a lot of people are carrying around hurt or pain or like you said, frustration, right? And
Mhm.
so this is why I was saying I think we need to drop a lot of our a lot of our situations or and I think first thing is let's get understanding of what it is we're carrying around and why we're carrying it around and
I
then
like that.
understand
That's the
and,
first thing you said that made
and
sense.
then and then let's understand um why it's necessary for us to let it go
Mhm.
or why it was necessary for us to carry it around in the first place. I think a lot of it goes to emotional intelligence, something you don't have. But go ahead, my brother.
I think that's right. And
Yeah.
I think what Meg said is true. You have to learn to separate issues.
Hmm.
If you don't learn to separate one issue or one
Hmm.
complexity of life, then you kind of merge everything together.
No, you do.
You merge everything together, and that doesn't make sense. I hear and I've heard recently people say, "Ain't no good man out here." Well,
Hmm.
if you say that, then that's what you're gonna attract. A man that's not any good. Or
Hmm.
if a man say, "I don't want to be married," or "There's no wives and there's no this," well, that's what you're gonna attract because we
Yeah.
all know by now that life and death is in the power of the tongue. We know that, and so if it's like that with our words, then it's the same thing with our
Well,
thoughts. Your thoughts is what dictate how you feel and your expectations and your
mhm.
attitude. And
Uh,
yes, it is easy to tell a person that they shouldn't have an attitude or that's negative or do this or that. Like, I get that. But what I'm saying is a winner has a different thought process than someone who is losing and accustomed to losing. A winner
I,
going to be different. Even if I lose, I still
mhm.
have to see myself as a winner until I actually win.
I have a question for you. So, um, a lot of what you were just saying, I definitely agree with. But what about the people that walk around with a good attitude and a good this, but things still aren't going their way? What about that?
I think that's gonna happen sometime, and
Hmm.
nothing is gonna 100% go your way. If you think that and they live happily ever after was real, you live in an illusion. You're
Hmm.
gonna have challenges. You're gonna have to go through complexities all throughout your life.
Okay.
But it's this thing called joy. Joy is a fruit of the spirit.
Hmm.
There's joy attached to the fact that you have faith to know that there's a life after this. But even in this life, it's still goodness. It's something to learn. And so sometimes, brother, when you in the developmental stages, you don't get to shine like you want. You don't get to do everything that you want, but you're gonna always get exactly what you need. That's
Okay.
the principle of the kingdom. And so my advice to that person would be like, understand the principles of doing right. It don't always feel good to do right. It could feel like you losing out, but at the end, you're gonna get a reward that surpasses all understanding, and you're gonna have peace. So it's
Mhm.
a difference between being happy and having happiness and having peace. And we have to understand that. A lot of times when you deal with happiness, it's attached to the flesh. But when you deal with peace, it's attached to the spirit. And
Mhm.
again, it ain't always fun, nor is it the popular thing to do, but you have to ask yourself, what kind of bags do I carry? The
Mhm.
bags that I'm carrying is going to determine where I'm going. You're not gonna have a fur coat if you're going to the beach, unless your
Mhm.
name Pernell Maurice. He might take a fur coat to the beach. I ain't taking no fur coat to the beach. I'm taking beach attire to the beach because that's what we do at the beach.
Mhm.
So it just go on and on, brother.
Well, we just so happened to go to the beach in Big Bear when it was cold, so we back.
You know, you always try to twist everything and make it
I'm
fit.
just saying, you with this.
You twist everything and try to make it fit for the subject, but you know, we gonna let you have your way because
Thank you so much.
you 52, but you want to wear a hat to say 42, and I'm really 42, so that hat belongs in my closet.
I, I want to give a shout out to the aunties because they sent me this in the mail today.
They
So
got you that.
they love me. Hey, I was like, hey,
I honestly don't think you done nothing to deserve that, but
listen. I said, did y'all send Chris one? No, not yet. You think it? I was like, okay.
yeah, I don't think you done nothing to deserve that, but
And so
I ain't judging them.
we know who they favorites is.
Yeah,
So
we see.
that's all I'm saying.
We see.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I text Chris and let him know. I like to be an instigator sometimes.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah.
what we call a snitcher. Like I
No, that
said,
ain't snitching. That's
you stay
instigating.
right around the corner from the
No, no, no,
authorities.
no,
So
no,
we
no.
back.
It's the difference between a fight promoter fighting
Uh,
on. I'm a fight promoter. I want to make sure that your energy is still high and
okay.
that kind of good stuff.
Um, bro, what made you come up with this topic?
I think unknowingly we carry bags,
Okay.
and those bags that you carrying is stopping you from getting to your next stop. I think
Mhm.
some of the bags you're carrying is slowing you down. I
Yeah.
think some of the bags I was carrying, like I want to make it personal. There
Mhm.
were some bags that I was carrying was saying I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. There was a point in time, and this is just a quick example, illustration. There was a point in time where I thought that people that met online that it wasn't from God. I'm like, y'all just meeting online, y'all put that together yourself.
Okay.
That was probably about 10, 15 years ago. Now I know and understand there's some people who met online who has a absolutely ordained and blessed marriage.
Yeah.
And so it's just certain things that we could say from the past or how it was done then, and that's not how it's done now. We under different times and different dispensations. And so you gotta know what works now, or you're gonna be so stuck in the past till you'll be stopping yourself from moving forward. I look at some of this internet money that some of these guys are getting, and
Mhm.
there's no way, shape, form, or fashion that would have happened years ago, but this not years ago. You got to step into the new time and understand that faith it changes in a certain degree.
Brother, let me ask you this, and this is going to be kind of personal, but oh well. Um, what bags are you carrying from your parents that you feel like you don't need to carry?
Ooh, that's a good one. Wow. Wow, from my parents, I'm getting better because my parents was people who would tell you exactly how they feel.
Okay.
No chaser, you gonna have to take that liquor straight.
Hmm.
And I've learned for
I,
peace.
I, ain't that, I ain't never met your daddy. He do that too.
Yeah, my daddy a G with it. He a G with it. So I've
Okay.
learned sometimes some things are better not said because if you say them, you can't take them back. And so sometimes it's just best not to say it for the sake of you keeping your own peace and allowing that person to keep their peace as well. And so why argue? Every fight ain't worth fighting, you know. So it's that
What
and a lot of
What do
other.
you say? Your dad used to fight and argue every time. What are we saying?
No, we're not saying that. We're saying that if, if a person was wrong with something,
I'm
my
trying to stir
dad.
the pot a little bit so I can call Jesse
Thank
in
you,
just
thank
a
you. My
minute.
dad my dad will let you know exactly that you was wrong, why you was wrong, and he will tell you you can go to hell. But
Okay.
why say that? He's older now and he make more common decisions. So why would I take his old way of doing things and
Yeah.
try to say this is why I do it? If he can mature and get past it, then so
Mhm.
can I.
So
But not only that, again, everything that's true don't even need to be said.
yeah, you know,
Choose your
I
battles
think
wisely. I like
I
that.
think a lot of times, Rance, um, that was a protection mechanism. Also,
Absolutely.
you know, my family were very similar in doing that and just saying, okay, hey, it's this, and um, it was the kid. Your feelings didn't matter, right? And it was the thought process of I'm upset about this and I'm just going to tell you, and I don't care if you're upset or if it hurts you, I'm just going to tell you because it's my truth or the truth,
Mhm.
right? And
Yeah. No, I get it. 100%. I get it.
yeah, and so I think that's where that thought process came from, and I don't think it was. I think sometime it was done in malice, but sometime I don't think it was done in malice. It was done because that's their truth or that's
Yeah.
the truth.
And I've heard that the older generations say, I don't care how you feel, I'm gonna tell
Hmm.
you.
Hmm.
But sometimes it's meant to, for as much as you can, try to keep another person's feelings and thought as well. And so, it depends on how that go, but I think we should seek balance in all things and seeking
You
balance.
know what I think is interesting with that is, do you still feel that way when you going through?
Wow.
You know, um, yeah.
Paula said her mom would say, put your feelings in your pocket. And I think that's dope. I think that's a very dope saying. But I don't think this current generation is as tough with words as the last generation was. I don't think the kids that are kids now,
Mhm.
it's a difference in the emotional intelligence. It's a difference in what you can say to them. Back then in the day, you can cuss a kid out and let them know, get your funky butt in the tub if you funky. Now you gotta watch what you say because kids
Bruh,
will be quick to don't you dare. Kids will
bruh.
be quick, don't you dare,
I'm just,
don't you dare. Kids will be quick to say, I'm depressed and I'm
right.
this and I'm that. And if they go to school and say I'm depressed, now you gotta deal with a whole case. So you can't say get your funky butt in the tub. You gotta say, hey, things will be much balanced
You
out.
know, um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I give Harper a little bit of both worlds of that, but
I like
I,
that. I could appreciate balance.
I try to do it in a joking manner. Um, the reason why is she's learning and I'm learning, right?
Yeah.
Um, again, when you're dealing with children, everything is a teachable moment. But where I draw the line is don't try to manipulate me with this nonsense.
And
And you,
that's what become tough at
yeah,
because today's generation, they can manipulate you and they know that they can.
yeah. Hmm.
My daughter would know if she just say daddy, if she say it in a certain way like that, daddy,
Hmm.
I hit that cash out button in a minute.
Yeah.
And and so you have to learn how to just balance.
Daddy 616.
When you said it's the most
I tried.
yeah, no. It's very antagonistic when you say it and annoying, and it make me not even want to be a dad when you say that.
Okay.
So I'm not
Um,
Puff Daddy, so don't call me daddy. Keep
well,
that
take
for when.
that, take that.
No,
So,
you keep that for when he get out of jail. So being that I love I love Sam Johnson Sr. the way that I do, I'm not gonna ask you what did you inherit from your parents, but I do want to know when you think about yourself, right?
what?
You asked me what bag did I inherit from my parents
Okay,
that's challenging or I need to get rid of. That you asked
okay.
me a question similar to that. So I want my question is straight to you. When it comes to you finding and having balance with
Mhm,
parenting Harper and just being a man, what
mhm,
bags do you feel like you need to get rid of in order for you to have a more balanced approach? And when I say balance,
mhm.
it means for you not to be as rough as you are at times, like your hands that you don't put lotion on, because everything don't require that. And I'm asking you a
Um,
question as I'm teaching you at the same time.
well,
What,
thank you.
yeah, what can you do to be more balanced in your approach?
Um, I'm gonna say first and foremost, sit back and think. Keep your mouth closed and think.
Mhm.
Um, I think that's the first thing. Evaluate the situation before we make a move or what have you. I think I think what bothers me the most though is what I can say I got for him that I like is the protection mechanism, right? Of being a protector. And I I think it's a balance that most women don't know or don't understand, right? I think when we look at situations, we make decisions based on safety and what we deem as safe,
Mhm.
and they'll deem it as okay. But what they're not looking at is if something goes awry or go wrong, now who's your protector and what position does that put me
Mm. Yeah.
in? And so um, yeah, I think that can be a two-way street with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So that was wonderful what you said. So how do you get better? You saying
Um,
you try to balance it out, or what exactly are you saying?
bro, you get better, like I was saying earlier, like I initially said, you sit back and think about the situation and then make a calculated decision.
Okay, I like that.
Because us just jumping into something, doing something, or saying, oh, okay, it's this,
Mhm.
or I used to do this in the past, or this is this, and that's where that baggage come in, right?
I
That
like
baggage, that baggage is past trauma or past situations that we went into that may have been right then, but they're not right now, right?
that.
And so I think that's where this conversation is extremely important because we have to know the difference between this worked then, this don't work now, right?
Facts.
Most
Facts.
people, most people thought it was a necessity to have a house phone. It's not anymore. And they thought it was a necessity because communication, if I need to get in touch with you, but everybody has a cellular phone now. They still have a phone, but it's just a different process. And
Yeah,
so
that's
everything
true.
evolves and changes.
Yeah. Thank you for that 1995 illustration.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Um, you, you touched on something that I want you to dig more into.
Sure.
That protection baggage that a man carries.
Hmm.
If you're talking to a woman, like there's many beautiful women on here,
Hmm.
what would you want them to know about that protection baggage that a man carries?
Bro, it's heavy, especially if you're. I, it's
No,
heavy.
no. I said if you was talking to the women, so don't say bruh is heavy. Talk to them. Talk to them for a second. Go ahead.
Well, it's heavy because I'm gonna just speak for myself.
Yes.
It's not a place that I go or something that I do, and that I'm not trying to be this, a protector, or make sure that you're safe, or make sure that things are right.
Mhm.
Whether it's us doing the podcast, that's what it's about for us, because it's mentally, spiritually, physically trying to lead and guide and protect you in certain areas. We're just doing it verbally. When we go on the trips, that's when we're doing it physically and say, hey guys, everybody here. And it may be, I think the difficult part about that sometimes, it may be against what you deem is best or what you want to do. But what I think people don't realize is the position that you're putting us in, because if something do go wrong, I have to be him, and I have to be the protector, and I have to um and even certain situations with family, we say, hey guys, this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And they were like, this ain't none of your business or whatever. When you ask me to borrow money or I gotta bail you out of a situation, now what?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know you probably have those conversations with your children and say, hey, make sure this is this, this is this, this is this. Because if it's not, you're the one that have to pay for it, or
Mhm.
get them out of a situation. And
Absolutely.
but I think that thought process isn't thought about, you
It's
know.
not. Can
And
I share mine with you now
sure.
or with them? Look, baby, I love you. You're amazing. Can you be serious, man? We're talking to the women, right? Can you please be serious?
Let me stop you for a second. Uh, I'm never gonna say to y'all, look, babe. uh, I got what we call a Vanetta. Okay, right.
All right, all
I
right,
got a
all right.
I
So
got
here
a
we go. Can I go
1977.
now,
Okay,
please?
I got a 1977, and she do not play that. Okay,
While the oil is flowing, may I? Can I
okay, go
say my
ahead, go
piece?
ahead. Let me start off for him. Look, baby, go ahead.
All right, look, here we go, here we go, here we go
Okay,
again. So
okay,
here
go
we
ahead.
go. Can I get serious now?
Yeah.
Look here, baby. You amazing in what you do. You do stuff
Amen.
that I cannot do.
Hmm.
God thought you was so amazing to
Hmm.
He allow you to be the earthly portal that brings life into this world. I
Amen.
could never bring life into this world. I
Hmm.
could never endure the pain that you endure.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this protection mechanism, it's
Hmm.
something that's hardwired in me.
Hmm.
And so I'm looking into the future as a master chess player playing moves.
Hmm.
So when I tell you something about our daughter,
Hmm.
about the women in the family, even about yourself, I'm seeing the board from a different position that you can
Hmm.
ever understand.
Okay.
So I want you to help me to help you. As you help you, is going to help me, because if you put me in a situation and I have to defend you, things could get deadly to
Hmm.
the point where two men are fighting to the death of one or the other,
Hmm.
all because you have acted on feelings and emotions and been vulnerable and let the wrong person in.
Hmm.
You have to get to know the person who you dating, who you trusting. You have to put God first, and you can't compromise our relationship by letting and having a relationship with anybody else. And so we have to understand that. You have to be careful. You have to be the crown jewel that the woman is, and can't know anybody touch that crown jewel.
Hmm.
And so, brother, when I was telling my daughter, like, my expectation is for you to never turn around backwards on pictures or
Hmm.
to show your cleavage or to do that, because men are going to call you names and they're going to treat you like a property and they're going to treat you like a garden tool. And we know which garden tool I'm talking about. And so
What?
let's not put yourself in those situations, because it's going to happen. And so, um, it ain't as difficult as we make it sometimes. But I think the more the man understands the woman and the woman understands the man, the better chance we have of living together. Because we have to coexist. Unless you're gonna go on the island by yourself, we
You
have
know,
to coexist.
Renz, I'm gonna say this. Um, I take this conversation or this portion very seriously because we meet total strangers
Hmm.
and we go to different countries in different places, and I'm willing to lose everything
Yeah. Hmm.
to make sure you're okay. I'm willing to put my life on the line, and you don't even listen, or it's your way.
Hmm.
And the seriousness of it for me is crazy because I'm willing to leave my family, leave my wife a widow or whatever, and protect you like you're her.
Yes, sir. And you
And
know why I think that is, though, Mr. Gates? I think it's that way because of those baggage. If a woman is carrying around negative baggage, she's not going to see the positivity of
mhm,
this man right now
mhm,
willing to sacrifice his life for you. And so it just won't be appreciated. And it's unknowingly done, but yet it's done. And so, again, if we don't bring awareness to it like we're doing now, we
mhm.
don't know it. And so, it's very important to talk and have these conversations and have these dialogues where it's we listen and hear each other out, because one thing about you and I, we ain't playing that. If you touch one of ours, it's gonna be some consequences.
Oh my God.
I'm not the guy who think I could whoop everybody in the world, but I'm definitely gonna try. If
Mhm.
you knock me on the ground, if I got to bite your baby toe off, you gonna know you was in a fight. I will bite an individual's toe off. So
I would say this:
give
when
me
I get mad, I turn into Hulk Hogan.
yeah.
you know, I'm gonna say the crazy thing about that is, um, we're as men, we're battling so much. We're battling like so much misinformation. We're and trying to do things right. We grew up like this, but we're this, and we're doing the best we can, and we're trying. We don't have a benefit from trying to protect you. We really don't. We're doing it because we love you. And we're doing it because we care and we want your best interests at heart. I was looking at a situation and saying, this could go this way, but I'm fighting for it to go this way. And it's so interesting because it doesn't benefit me. The only thing that benefits me is your well being.
It's your well being.
And
And
oh my God.
yeah, I get it. It benefits us. I would have to just word it, or I internalize it just a little differently. It benefits us because that's who we're born to be. So it benefits that with a man living out his purpose.
Yeah.
But for a financial gain or for us trying to gain anything else, it doesn't. And so it's just interesting, man. But I don't know. But these words of this famous song is on my heart.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna see if anybody know it.
It might be an R. Kelly, but y'all, so brace yourself.
Brace yourself, because you never know what you're gonna get with me. In this song, this lady says, "Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man, and he's doing the best that he can. That's why I still love him after the pain."
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
So what that was saying is Mr. Charlie isn't perfect, right?
Mhm.
Mr. Charlie ain't perfect, but he's doing the best that he can.
I would
And
have never used that example, guys, because I never.
I see Mr. Charlie when I look at you. So
I,
that's why I brought that up.
I don't even know the song, but Mr. Charlie looked like he wrote all over you. Okay.
Don't blame Mr. Charlie. That's No Pain, No Gain, Betty Wright. I know you didn't know because that's before your time. Betty Wright, No Pain, No Gain is definitely before your time. Not in the sense of it being before you was born, but in the sense of you comprehending the strength that comes with it.
Okay.
Uh-huh. You're welcome.
No, go ahead, brother. I think that was a bad example, but go ahead.
Well,
I think that was a terrible example.
oh man.
But continue.
Yeah, yeah. You
Oh, my
keep me out here, you're gonna get a little more.
God. Okay.
But in all seriousness, man, this thing called bags,
Mhm.
the bags we carry is so important, like I said, because what you're carrying is either gonna slow you down or it's going to have you prepared for your
Yeah.
destination. And so it's so important, man, to check your bags, to check the inventory, to check what you have taken in.
Mhm.
Because sometimes we pick up stuff that we don't even know that we picked up. When you're around certain people in certain environments, you'll pick up the language of that environment. You'll pick up the customs. I've seen people that was born in the United States and moved to different countries, and after 5 to 10 years, they sound like they been from that country because it's just certain things are contagious. And so again, you don't know what you're carrying all the time. Sometimes, bro, you gotta in prayer ask God, what am I carrying that I need to let go?
I'm gonna be real with you. Um, I come from Flint, Michigan, and I carry some good, but I carry some bad from where I come from because sometimes we have to reprogram ourselves because what we thought was right there, but it's not right over here.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say a lot of our customs, our mannerisms, a lot of different things we have to change.
We do.
And um, thank God for grace and vision. Me being able to see the difference and understand, and 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 the grace to say I can get better and I can do better.
Yeah.
I think that's really important with my marriage and how her and I interact.
Yeah.
We grew up in different places and um, had different, different mannerisms, different parents,
Hmm.
and so um, to come together, it's an adjustment for both.
Yeah.
It's an adjustment for both. You
Yeah.
know.
I see my friend just logged on because I got my phone up. So I see my friend just logged on. My friend is named Duty. And Duty,
Guys, we're finna end the show.
Duty was something else. The bags that Duty carries is just wow. Uh,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
every once in a while, Duty will come back and break a computer. A computer that he got to pay for. This guy is something else. But my friend who just logged on named Duty, we just gonna continue to pray for it, but we're gonna let that be that. And that's just the insider, so it's up to you if you want to say anything to Duty or not. But
Let's have a moment of silence for this.
yeah, that's that though.
Well, the computer must have did something to Duty. That's all I'm saying.
Who knows? He gonna be at the store carrying the bag, spending more money. I want an Apple computer that talks to me.
hopefully, hopefully, Duty got a good job and he can afford
Yeah,
it. So,
maybe he does. We'll just keep him in prayer, like I said.
oh my God,
So let's
God,
get ready for our conclusion, brother.
yeah, let's get
I'll go first, and I'll start off with the jab, and I'll let you be the straight right hand.
let's get it, man.
This thing called baggage, brother. I think again is very important, especially the ones that we unknowingly carry. I seen a comment earlier, and that comment said that sometimes we carry other people's bag.
Yeah.
I think that's very important because we are carrying other people's bag. Other people that are in our inner circle. Now I gotta carry your weight for you. And sometimes you carrying somebody else's weight can make you bitter as well because you're not carrying your own bag, your own weight. And now I got to pick up something that I wasn't supposed to carry. And now because of that, I'm upset with other people around me who has nothing to do with me having to carry your bag. And I only got to carry your bag because I was told you my brother and I was told you my sister. and we got the same mom and daddy. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I wasn't there, but it's quite interesting how things can
This
affect
is
us.
Jesse's son, y'all. I just,
I wasn't there. I was just told that's my
I
brothers.
just want to say
Thank you, thank
this. This is
you. But carrying that weight is very important. I think essentially in order for us to get to where God wants us to be, we have to make that assessment and get rid of what we need to get rid of. Get rid of what we need to get rid of and grab on what we need to truly take to that next level.
my brother. When it comes to these bags, guys, I think my um, final message would be um, if we're going backpacking, I'm going to carry what's necessary. I'm
Mm,
going to carry what I need.
that's good, bro.
And um, we have a long journey, and a lot of times, um, I'm just going to go there right now. I think we're carrying bag, but I want everybody to look down at their stomach, and we carrying unnecessary weight that we don't need to carry from eating bad or whatever else it is that we're doing. The pop that I'm drinking, the different things. If I'm gonna call anybody out, I'm gonna call me out first.
Mm,
Uh, we need to get our life together, and getting our life together is saying we need to change some things,
yeah.
and that's what this conversation is about when it comes to these bags. Um, look in the mirror first before you look across at somebody else or try to lessen somebody else's bags. Lessen the ones you have. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's first and foremost.
Yeah.
You know, we're running a race, and we're running that race a lot slower because the bags that we're carrying. If we
Mm,
let some of these things go, we can move a lot swifter and faster. And
yeah.
so, um, I encourage you guys to let's look in the mirror and see what we're carrying, what we're doing, and let's start with us first, because it's easier. It is a lot easier to look at somebody else because they're in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Point that
get in the
finger
mirror.
at yourself.
Yeah, let's get in
Michael
the
Jackson, I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
yeah, let's get in the mirror and look at us, please. You know, and yeah, my brother, this was a great topic, a great conversation. You know, it really was. I see that education is working. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I
I
think it's because of these, but
There
you know,
you go. I was just going to say
I ain't bragging or nothing,
I
you know.
want to I want to brag, and I want to say I'm extremely proud of my brother.
In all seriousness, man, I definitely first and foremost I give glory to God,
Mhm,
and secondly the help and encouragement along the way.
mhm.
It's amazing, bro. I never would have thought that I would have took school serious and graduate with high honors
Me
and
either, but go ahead.
but
Continue.
it goes to show that anything is possible when you change
Anything. Y'all can do anything. If he did
things,
it.
baggage that you carry. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for what's next, and it just lit that fire within. So I'm ready to keep going.
Guys, I'm gonna say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. He getting a degree is like Vanetta getting a degree, or me getting a degree. Okay, because I'm gonna benefit if you get it, we got it. So congratulations to us and whatever, however it benefit us and whatever we make. That's what we make. So
Yes,
no,
man.
my brother, I am over the moon proud of you, and congratulations. Like I said, I'm extremely happy for you, and like where you're going, I like where we're going. Um, it gets tough sometimes, brother. And I'm gonna just say this: um, the bags that we carry on this podcast is heavy.
Hmm.
it doesn't. We'll come on here and we'll laugh and joke or what have you, but um, I had to sit back and say, do you realize we have given at this point 4 years of our life in loving on somebody else, being the protector or giving advice and being this man or doing this situation on this podcast?
Mhm.
It's heavy, brother. Doing these trips and
It
saying,
is. And every year I'll be like, I'm done with him. I can't wait to get the heck away from him. Every year I
anybody,
say that.
do
I'm done.
anybody know a good divorce attorney did?
But bro, in all honesty, it's
Yeah.
been a blessing to sow seeds. To sow seeds for 4 years. 4 seeds of 4 years of sowing seeds equals a harvest that we
Mhm.
didn't even know exist. So now my mind is more fixated on the harvest, both seen and unseen, that
Mhm.
other people gonna get, and even the harvest that we gonna get, because you can't be attached to God without receiving God's blessings. And
Yeah.
so I know they're gonna happen.
Brother, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm proud of you for what you did with getting your degrees. I'm more proud of you for what you said. You said something to me this week, and my mind is there, and it's always been there. But for your mind to be there, and we hear it, um, I'm not going to get into what exactly it was, but um, you were saying, I want us to be in a position to where we're not just calling people, but we popping up on them.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest, that let me know right there I'm rocking with the right person. And I say that because your heart and my heart is where it needs to be in serving our people
Hmm.
and saying we don't just say we love y'all, we show y'all. We don't say this is a podcast family for no reason whatsoever. Everything we take into consideration, your finances. I don't just pick a hotel and just say, I'm trying to take money from y'all, because I see the struggle with people paying or whatever situations is sometimes, right? And
Yeah.
so everything is done with consideration in mind. It's not, we're not on here, oh, we just grabbing money or we charging this or just doing this. No, we're not. I'm be honest. I I have created a hole, put myself in a hole because of how much I love y'all. And I'm keeping it 100% real. But, and I'm not saying that for pity. I'm saying that to say this is what we do is real.
Mhm.
Us coming on this podcast is 100% real. You know what I'm saying? And it goes to this situation that we're talking about today, the bags that we carry. And a
Mhm.
lot of times you're carrying bags that nobody even know about, that they can't even see. You know what I'm saying? But it's heavy. And my thing is sometimes you gotta let them go. And you gotta say, okay, yes, I'm trying to help somebody else, but is it hurting me more to carry this than it is helping somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's our final thoughts. I don't even want to get off into it too much,
Yep.
but
Wishing everybody a blessed weekend.
absolutely, absolutely. Guys, we love you guys. From his perspective podcast.com. If you guys are going to Cancun with us, we are turning the up. Okay. We are definitely turning up. And we back in Cancun, my brother. How you feel about that?
But I feel good, bro. And it's gonna be a good thing.
Okay. You
Yep.
crying?
Nope.
Guys, we out here. I love you. Bye.